In a year populated by sequels, prequel, spin-offs, tentatives of relaunching new franchises, um, ingeniously, we have a new Superman, we have the new Fantastic Four that is coming in the following week, and having original movies nowadays, it's pretty hard, considering that the last movie that it's completely original, considering an idea, not a franchise. We can say Super Mario in 2023 with Barbie 2, but I think that the one original movie that is truly an original is Oppenheimer. It's based on a book, but I'm talking about the seventh art. So, arriving in 2025 and having this movie that we are talking about today, F1, directed by Joseph Kosinsky, is pretty strange that we are struggling arriving to the $500 million, considering the budget is above 250 million dollars, and it will struggle in becoming profitable. Someone talking about Apple doesn't bother with gains, doesn't bother it does it for the prestige. Can we talk it fairly? Joseph Kosinski directed a movie with Tom Cruise in 2022, which is called Top Gun Maverick. It surpassed the expectations of all the people that saw it, and it became a huge success. For me, it has some cons to the vision. It's not a perfect movie, but in a technical perspective, it's a spectacular one, and it managed to attract the fans of the first chapter, but new public too. So Apple thought primarily of bringing and calling back Joseph Kosinski with Brad Pitt. If we are completely fair, there was a film in 2019 that was given to James Mangold, but originally was pitched to Joseph Kosinski, which was Le Mans 66. It was a movie with a small budget compared to this one, but the F1 in consistency, so car races, were the focus. But there is a problem here, and now we are going to explore it more deeply. Welcome everyone, I'm Gotax, and today we will talk about a film of 2025 for the direction of Joseph Kosinski. I'm talking about F1. For me, Joseph Kosinski is losing its touch. Not technically, even if I have something to say about that part too, but narratively speaking. The script of this movie is obrobrious. It's like a compliment, but it's not a compliment. It's likely one of the worst scripts I've seen in cinemas recently. Not because it's bad written, but it's an implausible one. Let me talk it fairly. If I'm watching a movie, there is a pact, a narrative pact, that I have to arrange with the director that is proposing me this movie. But when I'm watching F1, which is a film with real pilots, with real cars, in fact, the movie was redirected for about half because the cars were updated, and during the stop of the actors in the summer of 2023, there was this problem, and then they have to reshoot everything, almost everything. So the focus was the car, was the reality. There are real pilots in F1. So with this, there is Brad Pitt, which is like a light in the dark, but it's tiny. It does not have the powerful to sustain the entire movie with his acting, with his charisma. It is like a movie with a Top Gun Maverick path, so a growing one, with an old man that quitted the running, and a new promise that can run and then may win in favor of the pilot. And together we will grow and will gain some trustfulness in each one of them. So there is a pact, I said at the start, and that is broken in literally little time. The rules of F1 are modified, and it's not a fantastic movie called like fantastic runs on the track. It's F1, so my mind is connected to that ideal. And when we see this, it's literally impossible of believing what I'm seeing. I like these movies. The strategy. In Top Gun Maverick, I know I'm doing some comparison with that, but I think it's a perfect example of why Apple give Joseph Kosinski this movie to him. So I'm talking about this. In Top Gun, there is a sequence of training and a final objective in which they have to plan, doing strategy, etc. In this, during each race, I'm expecting that Brad Pitt with this team is planning a strategy. The strategy is chaos, but going against the rules, going it with as fun is a divertisement, I will say. So there is anti-dynamism. There is the characters that are out of them. They have not an arc of evolution. They are like pity. They are pity. There a suppression of the credibility when they are on the screen, and all the undergoing they are doing. It's little stereotyping. There is another thing that it's really bad, I think. It's the love story. It's one of the clichés thing that you ever see. And it's not something that I will matter, but it's the only thing that allows the character development. And it's so grow. It's so low in development. So I think the whole script was done with one reason. I know Hollywood does it a lot, but marketing it's killing most of the movies nowadays, and doing it with the concept of reasoning. It's crazy. It pushes myself out of my mind, really. So no strategy, no feeling with what I'm seeing. There is a love story that I hate it, a sex scene that, oh my god, this is not sensual, is only repulsional. I'm not with Pete, I'm against him. So, I have a technical issue too. The races are all the same. And you may say, Kotax, it's kind of obvious. How can you film a scene in race differently? With some different play in with the camera, doing less races and reducing the time, because we remember this movie is above the 2 hours and a half. For me, almost 40 minutes, but I'm staying lower with the range, could be cancelled easily, but with a facility that is disarmable. So Kosinsky does not grow. Kosinsky in the first run it's really good, and then loses it. There is one sequence in which the screen is split into two. We have on one side Brad Pitt, and the other we have Damson Idris, but it's not emotional in any way possible. It's once, it's literally 5 seconds, and then it's the same thing all over again. Another thing is the character path. We have a character that is doing the same development twice. I'm talking about Damson Idris, but as the counterback Brad Pitt too. So Carrie Condon in it, I think it wasn't horrendous. It was in acting average, but with Brad Pitt, the dynamic and the gimmick, there isn't any, to be completely fair. So we have the ethics, the American ethics of the journey, with the love, with the love relationship and some conflict on it. But I was expecting it. A journey, a tour, a big race, a championship that could make people with conflicts, with differences, way stronger. A simple message that would work infinitesimally. But, well, how can I say? It didn't work out. It didn't work out in any way. I was wondering. I have this parallelism given by an Italian YouTuber, which is called Frusciante, and he compared this movie and his racing scene with a disco, how we call it a CD. With the first song, we can say it. It's interesting. It has something new. It's gorgeous. It's fantastic. But as we go on, maybe the artist was monotonous. It didn't bring anything new in the other songs. They are all the same. Maybe you forget which song happened before the other. And the same thing is happening here. I don't remember a single race, a single one. Maybe I remember a little the first and the half, and the one in the half or in the end, but I'm mixing them. And it's the worst part of a movie that is basing its soul on this, on the marketing, on the races. A pro, because instead I will be asphalting all this movie. It's the sound. The sound, it's gorgeous. All the tracks in the movie are okay, I think, especially one that when I hear it on Spotify, I don't remember which one is it, but I think it was with the main theme of Zimmer. I think it's so gorgeous. It's fantastic, and it's literally iconic in the mean of an average, mediocre path and evolution of the characters and the movie itself. I didn't remember anything, almost of the characters' past. I don't know anything of them. I have a problem with the premises. They are above the lines. They can't stay contained, and this is one of the hugest problems in nowadays. For example, if I have Superman is a fantasy movie. I have a pact with the director, in that case James Gunn. He presented me this unbelievable and with a world with cages, with superheroes. But I believe it because of the aesthetics, because of that pact. Because the title is to Superman, so I'm expecting the super and man. So if I believe a man that can fly, I can believe that other men can fly. But it's the director that has the ability to do it. I'm not saying that it's not a film that may be entertain you, but I think it's a little too boosted. I really think that it's a downgrade in Maverick. It was not a masterpiece, I would be precise. It has many problems like that movie, but in that one, the characters were the core. There were not we didn't go in depth with all of them, but in somehow I feel a connection with them. I don't know if you may understand what I'm talking about. and that allowed Maverick to go above the $1 billion rate. So in the end, the movie feels like a lack. The actors tries to believe in it, but they are not believing it. There is like some lack in the creativity, in the dynamic, in the direction of what the author would like to bring in the movie, and the script is completely wrong in any possible way possible. It's not believable, and it's the main problem with all this operation, which becomes out like a marketing one. I can turn off my brain. I could, and I could have some fun. Personally, I would like to feel encouraging watching a movie. I want to feel compelled, and without it, I'm lost. I'm asking myself, why I'm watching this movie? Why they created this movie? Just for money? Yes, just for money. And it's what I'm actually hate about Hollywood nowadays. It's not about I like mainstream movies, but I like good mainstream movies. I like How for Oriole 1, but I like these movies. They should have a soul, and this movie does not have a soul. And so if you like the F1 in general, you may like the movie, but if you are searching with a real one, with a good script, with character development, with some direct creativity, I suggest you to avoid it personally, and rely on other movies. There are actually some good movies in theaters nowadays. So my disappointment should not affect yours. So I suggest you to not go in, but I invite you to form your own opinion. Maybe you will like it, and you say, "Oh, Dax, what? You don't understand anything," and I will take it. Because we have some external backgrounds, some different perspectives, but the shareness is the best solution we can achieve together. So I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the videos if you liked it, and leave a comment down below if we want to share your opinion about the movie, or would like to know some curiosities. In the meantime, I would like to ring the bell, and then we will check out with the next movie I will review. And switching because I'm Italian actually, so maybe I could make some mistake. I hope you will forgive me, but I'm doing some experiments down here. So please forgive me in case I do some mistakes. And then we will check out soon with the Dune, but not the Dune of Villeneuve, but the one of David Lynch of 1984. And then we will check out if that is a little better than the other of Villeneuve or not. Because I know many like them, but I have a really awkward opinion about them. So maybe check it out, and if you like to follow me, subscribe, and we see you soon. Bye.